Good morning. It is 6:32 a.m. cycle day 12 and I need to go to my fertility clinic. Honestly, it should be illegal having to go to an appointment this early, but it's for a good cause. I literally can't believe I have to wake up this early and on a weekend. That is just crazy. But 7:40 a.m. was the only appointment that they had, and I live 40 minutes away from my clinic. So first things first, I am going to track my hormones and my ovulation. It's been weird because I started tracking my hormones last week. They were slowly rising, and then just the past couple days my estrogen and my LH have been dipping. I think that's supposed to happen before you ovulate, but I'm not 100% sure. I googled it and it said that when you don't sleep well or you have stress or something, that could be a reason for the dip, but I'm pretty sure it always does decline a little bit before ovulation. I'm just gonna be yawning all morning. I always wonder if waking up early affects blood work or I don't know, your hormones. Is that a stupid assumption? I don't know. I definitely don't feel like eating or drinking anything because my stomach feels so blah this morning. It's just way too early. I literally need to be out of the door in 3 minutes and I'm not even sure if my husband is up yet. Hopefully after my blood work and ultrasound, I don't need to wait 45 minutes again. If you saw my last vlog, the nurse literally took forever to meet me. I'm pretty sure they quite literally forgot about me, so hopefully that does not happen today because it is just too early for that.
I don't have a phone charger, but it's fine.
Good morning. This guy just woke up. He's been working so much lately the past 3 days. He's barely slept. We're in a rush. I'm gonna drive. We're gonna take 407 because we're gonna get there a lot faster. And like I told you guys in the last vlog, I have the old medication. I did not forget it today. I'm gonna bring it back and give it back to them. It is 7:07. We need to be there at 7:40, so let's go. So I quickly just want to update you guys on everything. It's looking good so far, but there's actually not many updates. So my follicles, there's still a lot we're seeing, and they were able to actually measure them today, but there's just one, nothing that's very dominant yet, and two, everything that they're seeing is actually still under 10 mm. So when I met with the IVF nurse, she said they are still pretty small, especially in comparison to a textbook 28-day menstrual cycle. But she said for me, it's on average, and where I'm at is normal for me because I'm not a standard 28-day cycle. I am and have always been for literally as long as I can remember a 31 day cycle. So where I'm at compared to a 28-day cycle, yes, I'm a little bit behind, but where I'm at compared to my standard normal, I'm right on par because I do ovulate a little bit later. So even though today is day 12 and a lot of other people would start seeing more progress by now, for me, we have to wait a couple extra days. So she is asking me to come back in 2 days. So that will be Tuesday, cycle day 14. Again, just to repeat blood work and ultrasound. We did the exact same arm today. I should actually check to see if it's bruised. I mean, it looks pretty good. I forgot to ask her actually what my uterine lining was because I know at my last appointment it was 5 and I forgot to mention or ask her about it today. So I definitely will have to ask on Tuesday. They also did confirm with me today that I will be doing a trigger shot. It is Ovidrel, Ovidrel. I know when I did my stims, I did Decapeptyl, so I don't know why we didn't just do that one this time, but it doesn't matter. And then she said also for luteal support, I will be doing vaginal suppositories of progesterone. It's not something I'm starting now. She said that I will start probably a day or two after I ovulate, and if this does turn into a positive pregnancy, I will have to continue to do that daily until 10 weeks pregnant. She gave me this ahead of time, but she said bring this back on Tuesday and then I'll likely have to pick up the medication then. I don't know how much it's gonna cost, so we're gonna find out. She also did give me the outline for the embryo transfer. There's a lot of spaces that are blank. She said we will fill those in probably either next appointment or within the coming days. And it's just gonna tell me, when I should take my trigger, when I should start the vaginal suppositories, what day the transfer is gonna be, what day we're gonna book my blood work for, and then just the steps for the actual transfer transfer. Right now it is May 25th. We were assuming transfer would be like June 2nd, but now I'm thinking it's going to be a little bit later because I definitely thought my follicles would be bigger by this point. So now we're kind of assuming maybe like June 4th, June 5th, but like I talked about in the first vlog, things change very quickly. So we will see. I quickly just went to the grocery store to pick up just a few things that I needed for this week leading up to ovulation and embryo transfer. So one thing that's really good is like leafy greens. So I bought this kale super blend salad. I'll have this probably for lunch. And then of course spinach. I have this daily every morning with my eggs. We got some kiwi because it's really good in folate. I love having this either in the morning or at night. One thing I read online was watermelon leading up to embryo transfer, and I think it's because it's super like hydrating. If you're in the IVF world, you know all about pineapple, so I'm gonna cut up those right now. I also did buy pomegranate juice. This is apparently good for like implantation and uterine lining, so I'm just gonna drink a little bit a day. And then lastly, I bought this cabbage. We like making vegetable soup, so that's gonna be really good. It has like a lot of minerals, vitamins. I believe it has folate, fiber, that type of stuff, so that will be good for this. Now the other thing I'm going to purchase, and I went to the grocery store looking for this, my acupuncturist actually recommended it, but I could not find it, is this Dong Quai red date tea. They have it on Amazon. It is a little bit expensive. It's $13.99 for only 10 bags, but I'm only gonna need it for the next week and a half anyway, so I'm gonna just buy this. Like I said, my acupuncturist recommended this to me. She said it has really good, at least in Chinese medicine, has really good or well-known fertility properties and benefits. I did Google it and there's not a lot of studies on it. It's more so just coming from Chinese medicine. But specifically for me, she said it's going to be really good because it does help blood flow, which is obviously something you want and need during an embryo transfer. I drink tea every night, so I'm just going to switch out my chamomile tea for this. Even just reading it right now on my laptop, it says that this type of tea is really good for like painful menstruations and irregular periods. So if that is you and you're watching this, maybe that's something to look into for yourself as well. For me personally, that is not why I'm using it. It's more so just to help improve and circulate the blood flow. Good morning, you guys. Today is cycle day 14, and yet again, I am in a rush to go to my clinic for blood work and ultrasound. Today's appointment is actually at a decent time compared to my last appointment. I need to be there at 9 a.m. Right now, it is 7:52, and traffic looks crazy. I checked my Waze app. It literally says 1 hour with 407, so I quite literally need to be out of the door in 9 minutes. My hair is a tiny bit greasy, so I am just waving it right now, and that is gonna make me feel a lot better about myself. I did track my hormones this morning with the Mira app, like I've been doing every morning, and honestly, I really don't think I'm that close to ovulation yet, which is a little bit frustrating. People with like a typical 28-day cycle, like I talked about the other day, they would be ovulating today, and for me, I don't feel like I am close yet. So I don't know if you guys can tell, my LH is going up. So yesterday it was at 5.5, and today, this morning, it's at 6.2. So it is going up. Estrogen is also going up. Yesterday it was at 74.5 ng, and today it's at 83.6 ng. I'm not sure what the exact units or where like it needs to exactly be, but that's why my clinic is doing blood work as well. I just feel like we're not close. It is Tuesday, so I'm really hoping that I ovulate by like, I'm gonna say maybe Friday or latest Saturday, obviously, because I want my transfer to be next week. I don't want to wait anymore, which is what obviously sucks about having a longer cycle. Is like, even when I was doing the stims, like I feel like everything was longer, and obviously it was because my cycle's longer, but it's just like, it's so frustrating because I wait so long already for this, but it's fine. It's gonna happen when it's gonna happen, and I am shedding like crazy. Oh my goodness. Quickly gonna brush through my hair. I want to fix my bangs. Like I want to wet them and redo them, but I just honestly do not have the time. I'm gonna put a little cardigan on and then we're gonna head out. a bit later. I had to go to work after my appointment. So I'm feeling like a little bit annoyed, but it's nothing that I should be annoyed about. So today is day 14 and follicles are still pretty small. At my last appointment, she told me if they're not above 10 mm today that I don't need to stay and talk to them. I can just leave and they will call me. And the ultrasound tech said the biggest one she was seeing was 9.8. So she was like, honestly, just leave and they'll call you. So I went to my office and then they called me and basically they said that everything's okay from 0 to 10 mm. Like the follicles grow slow. That's why this feels like forever. But she said as soon as they hit 10, they develop a lot faster. So she doesn't want to see me, today's Tuesday, not on Thursday, but Friday. Because the past couple of days I've been going every other day, but she wants to do 3 days. So I'm gonna go on Friday. And I'm hoping that at that point, we're gonna be like where we should need to be. And then either that night or Saturday possibly do the trigger shot. But obviously we won't know until Friday. It also has me like a little bit weary that we're going 3 days because I'm like, what if there's a chance that I do ovulate, especially because I'm going to acupuncture tomorrow and she does like fertility acupuncture. So like, I think I'll be okay, but it's just like me in the back of my mind, like thinking of like all the worst case scenario things. But I'm trying to remain positive. My doctors know what they're doing. So Friday morning, we're gonna go in and hopefully we're gonna have pretty much an answer of when our transfer is gonna be next week. And again, they didn't tell me about the lining and I forgot to ask. So on Friday, I'm gonna have to find that out. Hello, it is cycle day 17. I did not vlog before my appointment this morning. I just got out and that was because I honestly, being so real with you guys, was not feeling the best mentally this morning. I've been showing you, I've been tracking my hormones via the Mira hormone monitor and this morning, like my levels have just been kind of staying the same and it started to freak me out because like I'm on cycle day 17, something should be happening. So I was not feeling good going into my appointment. I was thinking maybe my follicles weren't growing. This cycle was going to be like extra long. Maybe something was wrong. Maybe we're going to have to cancel this cycle. Like just so many things were going through my brain. So I did not have it in me to pick up my camera, but I just got out of my appointment and I am feeling a little bit better. So they're seeing a bunch of follicles. They did tell me that they are seeing one that's at 14 mm and it's going to continue to grow over the next few days. They said at this point I've met the criteria that I do have an actual follicle, there's an egg and everything, but they do want to see my estrogen higher, which needs to be high to ovulate. So I do have to come back on cycle day 19, so in 2 days, just solely for blood work. They said they're not going to need to see me anymore for ultrasound, I believe. So I'm hoping by Sunday that I'm going to be where I need to be. I am feeling better and kind of getting on the right track. We're slowly but surely getting there. Today they did have me pick up my medication. So I'm doing the Overdrel trigger shot, which I told you guys about. It was $102.12 Canadian. It is just like one little syringe. It looks like this and it does need to be in the fridge. So I do need to get home quickly and put that there. And then they also prescribed me 2 boxes of Crinon, I think that's how you pronounce it. And this is the vaginal suppository or progesterone gel that I need to start taking. So each box comes with 18 applicators. This does not need to go in the fridge. It just needs to be at room temperature. And that was the most expensive. So for the 2 boxes, that was $579.79 Canadian, which brought my total to $681.91, which I was not expecting it to be that expensive. So I'm kind of like, what the heck? Because if I do get pregnant and this works, I need to stay on this progesterone until 10 weeks pregnant. So I'm going to be dishing out a couple $1,000s for that if this does work, which I obviously wanted to. I'm not going to complain. I'm going to pay the money. I just wasn't expecting it to be that much. Anyways, that is my update. I guess I will pick up again on cycle day 19. I need to get home so I can get this Overdrel in the fridge. Good morning. Cycle day 19. I have to go in for blood work this morning, but I just tracked my hormones because I haven't been feeling too good. I told you guys the other day because they weren't really rising, but they finally are. So today my LH is at 6.3. My estrogen has also gone up to 129.4 and my progesterone is still flatlined, which obviously makes sense. They did want to see my estrogen go up, so I'm assuming that they're gonna have me trigger shot either tonight or tomorrow. I'm very excited. I do have a busy day though today. I have my sister-in-law's bridal shower, so I'm gonna take a body shower right now. I'm also going to curl my hair because it's 8 a.m. I need to be at my clinic at 9:45, so I need to leave at 9. Then I need to come back, put makeup on, get changed, and then go to her bridal shower. I'm not gonna wait after my appointment for the results of the blood work. They are just gonna call me. I already have all the meds I showed you guys the other day, so let's pray everything's good and I'll update you later. Oh my god, this is so funny. So I'm at Amina's bridal shower, bride-to-be, and the fertility clinic literally called me while I was here and they said I need to take the trigger shot. She has it ASAP, but I told you guys it has to go in the fridge. So Alan just drove it here and we're gonna do it at Amina's bridal shower.
Let's go, fingers crossed. Okay, so what do we do? Actually, this one's bigger if you want to go in here.
Is it?
Yeah, okay, just we're doing a thing because the IVF things are very specific.
This is so funny. It's the same thing as like the other trigger shot I had to take. So this is, I told you guys, it's Overdrel. I don't know why it doesn't want to focus. When the nurse called, she was like, do you have it with you? And I was like, no, because it was supposed to be in the fridge. So that's why Alan dropped it off. You guys are gonna see my underwear, but it's fine. It is what it is. Okay, that's
It's a lucky day.
It is a lucky day. I don't know why this doesn't want to focus. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Yay. Yay. Okay, this is so funny. Mina's bridal shower, and okay, I'll talk to you guys later, but transfer is on Saturday. Oh my god, you guys, holy freaking heck, today was crazy. It is 8:45 p.m. and I finally have some time to sit down and catch up with you because you're probably like, what the freaking heck is going on? I had my sister's bridal shower earlier, and while I was there, we were setting up. She was literally gonna be there in like 10 minutes. I get a call from the fertility clinic and I was like, oh shit, I need to take this obviously. And the IVF nurse said, I will tell you exactly because she told me to write everything down. My estrogen was at 717 and my LH was at 42, so that meant my body was starting to ovulate on its own. So they wanted me to do the trigger shot as soon as possible. So I said to her, I'm at my sister-in-law's bridal shower. It's until 4 o'clock, then I need to clean up, and then by the time I get home, like I was like, maybe it's not gonna be until like 5 or 5:30. And when I was on the phone with her, it was like 12:45. She's like, do you have it on you? And I was like, no, obviously not, because it's in the fridge. And she was like, okay, if you can't get it any sooner, then you're just gonna have to wait, but take it as soon as you get home. But if there's a chance that someone can bring it to you, like I would really like you to take it as soon as possible. And I was like, oh shit, like this is for real, for real. So I literally got my husband to drive it 20 minutes to the restaurant where we were having the bridal shower. And I had to, you guys saw, literally do it in the bathroom. And my sister-in-law was in the stall with me. She never saw me really do like the stims because she doesn't live with me, but she did that with me, and it was kind of like, it was so nice actually because it was like her day, but like we got to do this together and she was like really excited. It just felt like a really good day because it was her bridal shower and then we got this like good news. Starting tomorrow, I need to start taking the progesterone twice a day, once in the morning, once in the evening. And our transfer is going to be this upcoming Saturday at 10 a.m. She said they are gonna call me on Friday if there's any change. I don't know what the change would be, but she just said that. And then she said, arrive 5 minutes before my transfer on Saturday, have 3 glasses of water an hour before because I need to have a full bladder. And she said to book my blood test for that's 13 days. I really thought for IVF they do the blood test at like 10 days past transfer. So I'm kind of like, damn, we're waiting like a long time. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to wait the whole 2 weeks. There might be a chance that I do a pregnancy test at home. I don't know. We're gonna have to wait it out. I just thought that was like really long. Like everyone I see that does the blood work or the blood test does it at like 10 days past transfer and then again 2 days later. So I'm like, I don't know, but that's just what they said. I literally can't believe it. Like, oh my God. So crazy. This is happening, you guys. This is happening. I'm gonna be doing so much manifesting and praying this week, and just the weather is gonna be warm and just good vibes. I'm bringing all the good vibes. So I think I'll actually end this video, and the next one you guys will see, it's just gonna be like strictly about the transfer, and maybe like I'll talk about the progesterone and starting that tomorrow and all of those things. Everyone is like so excited. I texted my friends and they were like, holy freaking frick. My husband's really excited. My family's really excited. They're all like, fingers crossed, fingers crossed. This is a very exciting time. I cannot believe it's here. I don't want to get emotional. Good things are coming. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and make sure to subscribe to me down below. Give this video a big thumbs up, and I will catch you in the next video, which is going to be our transfer video. I can't believe it. I know I keep saying that. I'm sorry. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.